Hello, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe because today we are ranking the 7 scariest, craziest in media. From Pomnies to Germa to Jerf the Killer to even everyone's favorite fuck. Can we redo that?
No. Get back on the mic.
To even everyone's favorite clown. And I'm not talking dollar smart because I'm money smart. Makes me more intelligent. Is that a contradiction? Anyways, on to our number 10 spot.
I love GD Collab. Story 0. 1x1x 1 day left off of your life. So yesterday, I was playing the hit Roblox game Forsaken, and everything was normal, until when I joined I noticed that the killer was 1x, and I saw the avatar, and it was a 1x cosplayer. But it wasn't a typical 1x. This seemed real. The 1x was screaming like the noob filled outside spiders, and was crying hyper-realistic black ink out of his eyes. Not only that, but it gets worse. I could smell a foul odor, like if he hadn't showered for 14 days. However, shut up. However, 1x hacked my computer, and However, 1x hacked my computer, and a green smoke came out of my and a green okay. However, 1x hacked.
Say it correctly, goddamn.
However, 1x hacked my computer, and shut up, EA app. Okay, hacked my computer, and a green smoke came out of my speaker. It's out of my speaker. Tear gas. I knew it had to be, and I left my room and ran as fast as I could, and I could see the green smoke coming out of my chimney. My house blew up like green subspace trip mine, and I'm writing this on the library computer. And if you can see this letter, I hope you learn to never play Forsaken against the 1x. Sign me up.
For anyone watching this video, that I'm like sick right now, so I'm gonna sound a little weird.
But I'm more sick.
Story -1. Secret Pomni is Stardew Valley. If you see this letter, just know it's cursed. This file is corrupted, and evil Pomni is behind it. Don't believe me? Just look at my own experiences. Day 1, I started as a Stardew Valley farm, and everything was typical. I named myself Pomni because I love the shoe, The Amazing Digital Circus, and Germa, but I'll talk about that later. Horrifically, instead of coming out of a wooden house, I came out of the closet. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. But instead of coming out of the small wooden hut, was circus tent. I was flabbergasted by this, but maybe it was just a cool Easter egg until I went to see my crops and they were all Pomni colored. When I plucked out these Pomni themed turnips, I went to sell them, and they each sold for $666. At first, I was excited, and then mortified, like that one epided where Morty was Morty-feared. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Who are you calling nerd? Geek? Nerd. Yes, I am a nerd, but the nerd, instead of being in a techie computer room, was in a fleshy, bloody room, with eyes and veins coming from the walls. Instead of the nerd rapping, they were crying cutely with the geek like a doomed UI, and they cried on the floor in distraught as the womb of death closed on them. But this time, they wouldn't be born. Tally Hall.
Story -3. Jason drowned. At first, I was playing Pet Simulator 99, but then I died because of how much the game sucks Super Balls. I fell asleep on my keyboard and I was driven up to play Forsaken. I've never played Dead by Daylight, so I don't know how to play this game. And I never bothered to play Pillow Chase because I'm not a nerd. But why? Hello? I'm not ready to talk about it. I saw the lobby and it was everyone playing Jason. Maybe I should have checked the date. It was Friday the 666th. I was killer. Next in the map was assassins. Whatever grounds. Who cares? This map sucks. First of all, the slowness of the water sucks and punishes new players and benefits those stupid 5 IQ guest players with slowness. Yes, I know what that is. I'm a bit of a Forsaken nerd. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. That's second of all, the stupid cause with the stupid plasma beams spawn protection. They could never kill them. Sorry, I was planning to play Jason, chasing a chance, looking for an easy kill. I went into the water chase and I fell into the water and drowned. They say you can still kill Jason. My hitbox is fine.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. Story 1. Blacklisted. So yesterday, I was playing Roblox with my friend, but something was off. When I tried to join my friend's server in Forsaken, there was an error that said, Error 666. You are not welcome. This scares me, but I thought it must have been a troll or a mistake. However, I should have taken this as a sign. When I saw this, I heard my friend's voice say in a whisper, You are Forsaken. However, I still thought it was a coincidence. When I went to go to their profile, the name went from Keon to Kill on.
Hey, that's me, I'm Keon.
Hi. I knew that Roblox
Hi.
must have gone hacked when I saw Keon's avatar, where avatar started crying hyper-realistic blood, and on the profile, the interface went from a friendly green to a hyper-realistic blood red.
Green? You said green.
That's fine. When I horrifically scrolled down to see they are friends, they were all Cool Kid. I knew it had to be Cool Kid. When I saw Cool Kid's profile, a cluster of CDs came out of my laptop, each with Sharpie saying on it, saying, Spread this to 10 other people to be freed from in 24 hours, Cool Kid. From Cool Kid.
Cool-id.
Then I went to sell these discs at GameStop. I noticed the employee was Elliot, and I didn't think much of this at first. When I went to trade in the copies of the disc, the scanner said they were all pirated copies of Forsaken, and promptly loudly beeped and blacklisted me from the store. In the distance was Cool Kid with his hyper-realistic eyes dripping hyper-realistic blood. And when he saw me, he walked speed overrided at me. And while the Elliot tried to throw his pizza to heal me, it missed, and I was already lying dead on the floor.
Real.
Talk about awkward. My name is Soldier in Love and I did charity fraud.
Story 2. The Purge. It was a peaceful day. I load up my Stardew Valley save fill, and my heart races because I remember the day had come. Because one week ago, the wizard came up to me and said, Tomorrow is the purge. You must be ready. I woke up to hyper-realistic eyes dripping hyper-realistic blood on my walls. I am scared to go outside. But I must persist. And when I go outside, I see it be raining hyper-realistic blood from the hyper-realistic clouds, which were really hyper-realistic eyes. I go to Pierre's and he is dead. Caroline is dead too, but who cares about women? Hashtag Sigma. Yeah, I know I'm a bit problematic, but it's who I am.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop promoting leftist nonsense on Twitter.
On Twitter. Wait, what did you just call it?
I shut down my save file, but it said, Error. I hear in you computer. Ha 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 ha. There is no escape. I knew I had to run, so I ran to the hit fast food chain Chick-fil-A and ordered a cup of cane sauce. They said, what the fuck are you ordering, you dumb bitch, because I'm gay. And the cashier turned into hyper-realistic skinwalker breathing. Bleeding hyper-realistic blood from they are hyper-realistic eyes. I run back again to my computer to hopefully shut it down for good, but I am too late because tar started leaking out of my computer and the door locked, so I know I cooks. The computer flashes red and black so epileptically, and it was the purge. The computer showed me the news saying that the glitchy tar was infecting everyone, turning them into hyper-realistic blood demons that kill everyone. I run out even though the door is locked. is looked because I'm just so cool like that, and I was too late. The purge killed me, and I was sent to the void. If you're reading this, it's too late. I'm sorry. Run while you still can! Based off my schizophrenia. Story 3. Pomni is trapped here in
Maroon remake.
I was playing Forsaken like usual when I see something. Now I'm not opposed to seeing things, even if it's jester shaped. But anyways, I was the killer and I was playing as 1X, and my character was shaped like Pomni. After I kill almost everyone, the last person was Pom now, and she told me to play Morhoon Remake, or I would regret it. I immediately quit and boot up Morhoon Remake. So I was playing it, and Pomni was there, and she told me to not get the Killbot virus. And after she did that, the computer flashed red, green, and black, and it said, "Cry, Killbot, die, cry." And I run away, but Pomni said no, so I came back because
I'm cool like that.
I know I've been getting a lot of hate on X, the Everything app, but I just find her really cute. I don't know, I guess I'm just not ready to talk about it. But she said to me, I have to do what Killbot says or I will die, and so I did that, and Killbot told me to cry. So I cried best I could, but I cried hyper-realistic blood out of my hyper-realistic eyes. And then Killbot told me to fry. So I fried some bacon and said, "Yo, Pomni, you want some?" And Pomni said no. And then Killbot told me to sigh. So I took a deep breathe and sighed. And then Killbot told me to find the 10 craziest secret Pomnis in media. So I did that. And Killbot said, "Fly!" So I jumped out my window and I died, but I came back. And after all that effort, all that turmoil, Killbot said, "Die!" Wah! And I couldn't do that without dying, so Killbot summoned Jeff the Killer to Jeff the Kill me. No! The lesson of the story is to never find Pomni attractive.
I failed.
Me too. No!
Story 10. Peep the Whore. Let me tell you a story about the death of a rain. It was raining outside and it stopped, and that's besides the point. I was watching the hit streamer Jorma666. Wait, Jorma666.
Flashback to Nerd and Geek kissing.
I can see them. I see one of them. When in the Jorma stream, he was playing some weird indie game called Rain World. And when fighting an enemy, he said, "I love knocking out teeth." And the chat all spammed slurs immediately, but they weren't normal slurs. They are all towards me. Jorma grows a massive grin and forms into a red swirl like Gygus, and said, "It's all your fault. The nuggets before the party. I will put you back together." And the chat spammed, instead of slurs, spammed the FNAF lore and told me everything they knew. Jorma now, a hyper-realistic blood god, took a sip of blood orange juice and said, "You are forsaken.
No!
We are trapped in this realm, and you will be trapped eternally in my realm with Pomni. But knowing you, you wouldn't mind hanging out with Pomni."